Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Kerbal Space Program. Last episode we sent a module to the moon again actually. And we have an interesting contract over here that is telling us to expand station, quote unquote, low Kerbin orbit station Valentina around Kerbin. And this would require us to add facilities supporting a total of 12 Kerbals. We already support 7, which is kind of them to say. So we'd also have to add an auxiliary viewing cupola to the station and maintain stability for a while. And of course it needs a docking port, has an antenna, can generate power. So all we'd have to do is set up a hitchhiker, add some... what's the word I'm looking for? Add some solar generators, etc. You know, some solar capacity to make sure that we can hold more power. Because I have noticed that it nearly uses all the power while using the lab. Yeah, it's like when it completes its orbit, it has like 200 energy left. But aside from that, I wanted it to basically get a reason to spend some time in the game so that we can have the labs produce some science for us. And I think I found one. Aside from the Kerbal Duna mission, which I found, gives us a lot of money up front. So I have bought a couple of parts. We're going to be building a space shuttle soon. But we're going to be focusing on flying by Duna here. We're going to be building a probe. And we will take this mission, by the way. I don't want to see it expire. There we go. We've got a little bit more money up front, but the thing is, we're gonna have to wait like 170 days for the optimal transfer window to Duna. Which basically means if we wait 173 days, we will be a little bit more efficient. Although I'm tempted to say that we won't wait for 170 days, we'll just wait for like 90 or something, I don't know. Spend a couple of months, you know? Just have the labs generate some science, things like that. Why did I just go back to the tracking station? I meant to right click it, not... Oh well, those things happen, you know. What I wanted to do was upgrade it to level 3, there we go. And now we can see unknown objects. What are these, you might ask? These are asteroids, and we can track them. We might be able to set a mission to intercept one, actually. And if we can bring one into a stable orbit, that would be amazing. You know, we'll spend some time in the tracking station now. Because if we can find a couple of more of those unknown objects, there we go, they're starting to appear slowly. We can track them, see if there's any that... Oh dear. What are you exactly? Tell me your secrets. Seriously, I need to know. This might be very important. Your velocity is 9,000 meters. But that is in comparison to the Earth. To the sun, I mean, not the Earth itself. Oh, right, there's stuff. Okay, it's a size C, which is 7 to 10 meter range in radius. This is gonna smack into Kerbin in about 97-ish days. It doesn't really do much in game, but it might be a smart idea to be like, yeah, hey, we want to intercept you. Matter of fact, there's a lot of asteroids here that we can potentially try and intercept. We're tracking them for now. We can probably let go of some that are not as interesting to us. Like this one. This one we can also safely ignore. That's the one that's gonna cause us trouble. This is also one that's going to impact us. It's only a size A. They are no more than a few meters across, so we can probably try and intercept this one as well. We will ignore this one. So we have 2 asteroids that are going to bump us in the near future. Well, I wouldn't say quite near future, but just regular. It's still bad, don't get me wrong. Have we ever tracked you? Yes, we have. We have tracked you, okay. Just checking. And this was originally introduced with the asteroid redirection mission around like 0.23.5 or something like that, if I remember correctly. God, time flies. Anyway, that was when the claw was introduced, etc. And we could grab onto asteroids, bring them into stable orbits, etc. Which actually has a benefit, because you're able to mine them for resources if you do it correctly. But I mean, our job is just to try and either divert it from the Earth, from Kerbin, or to bring it into a stable orbit and study it, and maybe attach it to a station and turn said station into a refueling station. Let's get ourselves the claw. I have a feeling we'll need it. We'll purchase the twin bore. Again, we might just need it. Would be nice to get that high performance fuel tank over here. But I mean, we already have this one. And we'll probably just put a mainsail on there, or perhaps a twin bore. And we'll have to start looking at possibly intercepting those asteroids. That would be pretty good. Not dying is great. I'll be right back when we fast forward time a little bit. Okay, we are now in the tracking station, taking a look at the one closest to impact. We are at 27 days until it enters our sphere of influence. It takes it 17 days to leave, so roughly 8 to 9 days, so like 26, 27 days-ish to impact. What we're going to try and do is build ourselves a ship, but first of all, let's quickly go to our moon outpost and the station around Kerbin, so that we can transmit some of our science. We'll have to check in regularly, because of course they do keep generating science, and they can only store up to 500, after which they will stop working. They produce like 1 per day or something, so it's nothing great, but you never know, it might help. We have 93 science on board. I'd like you to transmit it. Now, it's gonna take a while, depending on how much science you have, but I mean, it's not gonna take too long or anything. And speeding up time only increases your energy drain, so that's not something to be proud of at all. Just don't do it. Just wait it out. There we go. We just transmitted 93 science. Keep researching. You're doing a wonderful job. We might want to borrow Jebediah. Although arguably it's safer to send a probe. Especially with the chance that we might not recover said pilot. But yeah, we can't really do too much with that science, unfortunately. We are back up to 138, which is good. Not really much we can do with a minor docking port, unfortunately, though. Yeah, we're gonna have to do it without any fancy stuff here. For now, we'll just... I don't know. We'll quickly assemble a rocket, we'll send it into orbit, and hopefully we can then intercept the asteroid. What we're gonna want is the... I don't really know, what would we use? I guess we can use the the command pod, but then again, you are a 2.5 meter part as well. You're a lot flatter. To be fair, that might not be the worst idea I've seen today. Especially if we're gonna... Oh, I thought that was a 3.75 meter part. Boy, did I get proven wrong. Well, in that case, we'll try and keep this as our main stage. Why am I even using a lander can? Let's not save. We'll use this probe instead. There we go. It's a lot more like the end result is going to be. Put a grabber unit on the end, because that is what we're going to be intercepting the asteroid with. Put on a cone like that. I mean, that's fine. It's not going to win the any beauty contests, but I don't care. Get the twin bore below that, like that. There we go. We're just going to do a quick test to see what the thruster weight is. It's not gonna take off, I know that, but just to see. It actually does take off, dear lord. It has a lot of thrust. That's amazing. Good. We're gonna need it. Jesus. Yeah, hopefully this is going to be the upper stages we're going to try and get into orbit. You know, if we're lucky enough. Now we'll get a second stage, because there's no way we can just do this all on our own, Z. Squeeze it like that, and then get some skipper engines. Looks good enough. Then I'd like to get fuel lines. Like that, there we go. Let's just put some cones on there, just for the sake of it. There we go, and then put some struts on there, because you know this is gonna wiggle as all hell. Asteroid interceptor. There we go. That will be wonderful. Just a test. Like, I know how much thrust this has. I'm gonna compensate for that. Just look at that. It's amazing how much this can do. Wow. That will never fail to impress me. We can always put some solid fuel boosters on the side here, like, it's not gonna be a problem at all. Wow. Yeah, that's gonna get us some additional fuel. Bloody hell. Still trying to wrap my mind around how strong the twin bore is. Just imagine that the 3.75 meter parts will be even better. Jesus. Now let's quickly see. This is just a test. Like, this episode we're mostly going to be building and testing our rocket design more so than actually doing the mission. Which has to happen at some point. So, you know, it's part of Kerbal Space Program. I can't always cut it out. There we go, we're about to run out of fuel in that stage, which is completely fine. That just tells me that we need more of our stuff. More thrust. There we go. We'll put them in the middle there, because the kickbacks are rather large, incidentally. They also have a lot of thrust. quite good. Now I'm counting on the fact that these will kick out before the other ones do. And when they do, I'd like to give them a parachute just in case. Save it, there we go. Send in the second test. And we will actually fast forward time just a little bit, so that I don't have to keep editing in post. It's about to become daytime, then we'll recover, and then we'll launch again. So I don't have to speed up again. There we go. Not like we care that much. Also a good idea to add some struts to those boosters. We recovered everything, so that is good. In fact, that is very good. I wouldn't want it any other way. Right, we're gonna add some struts like that. Quickly save, edit the staging because it's incorrect. There we go. Now everything will be okay, hopefully. We'll have more thrust, that's for sure. Like my ultimate goal would be to reach orbit without using any of these tanks. That would mean we have all of these tanks to get out of the sphere of influence of the planet itself, and then try and intercept the asteroid. Hopefully before it actually hits the Earth. We'll do a minor course correction to actually make sure it doesn't hit Kerbin itself, and then when we get back into the sphere of influence of Kerbin, we'll just start burning retrograde and hopefully capture it. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, there we go. Another test. We have a lot more thrust now. Like, we're gonna mainly let the solid fuel boosters carry us for now. Silly rookie mistake here, forgot to turn on SAS, and the rocket was about to go on a mischievous adventure on its own. There we go. We do have a lot of thrust on this, like seriously a lot. Let's try and not angle ourselves too far, especially because A, we are not high enough yet for the gravity turn, and B, if we get too far, these solid fuel boosters might hit the twin bore. That's a serious risk we're facing here. They're about to run out, so we'll have to increase our speed. We narrowly cleared it, and one of them smacked into each other. That's just fantastic. Oh well, not my problem. They're a pain to recover anyway. Let's see, up to 470 meters per second. We do have that cater around there, which looks interesting actually. Almost like your target, if you choose to accept it, is over there. But it's not a target, it's just for that one mission where we have to upgrade the station. Oh well, guess they'll never learn. We are about to basically hit max efficiency for our engines. Like, I know you are hard cap over there basically. There goes our stage. We are now a bloody lot lighter, which is good actually. We'll increase our thrust like never before. Draining fuel like never before. Bloody hell. Yeah, that's fine. Again, this is just a test, a simulation here. Hopefully we'll get to our apoapsis pretty soon. Probably should add RCS on here. Yeah, we are definitely going to add RCS on here, because we're going to be rendezvousing with an asteroid. Pretty much the only way to do that successfully, especially with such a large craft that might weigh a bloody metric ton. is to do so with RCS. There you go. And we still need to add more thrust on this. Like, this is not enough. We will have to add more kickback boosters on the second stage as well. Why did I kill the engine there accidentally? Well, the key's in the name there, accidentally. There we go. This is exactly why I'm sending a probe. We are using so much fuel, I'm not expecting this thing to come home. I'm expecting it to stay attached to the actual asteroid itself. But that's fine, like, it's a probe. And where would we want to go to intercept our friend? That's our friend that we actually want to encounter. That's good. So we'd probably want to go and burn over here. To clear the sphere of influence of Kerbin. Yeah, let's just try that. That'll be good. And then we will try and do an intercept, or just try find a maneuver that is as close as possible, and that will then we'll basically compare like how much fuel, etc. we have left. Like, I'm not going to be able to intercept him right now because of the obvious fact that I'm not bringing any RCS, which is quite silly. Please tell me we've run out of electricity charge. So that is where our science ends, unfortunately. But yeah, I am running out of time right now. This episode is going to be late. I am extremely sorry about that, but next time we'll be intercepting an actual asteroid. So if you enjoyed the video, by all means do leave a like down below. It really does help out the channel a lot. And if you have anything to say, why not leave a comment down below? And if you want to see more, you could subscribe. Anyway, until next time, have a good one, folks.